Good evening and welcome to Sessions. We're back with Gilly Chesney-Green this week after a lovely session last week, Gilly, I've got to say.
Thank you very much.
Really enjoyed it.
Good.
We were talking last week about how you've been playing music on and off your whole life, only started playing in public 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You strike me as the kind of person who kind of once you get your teeth into a project, you stick with it.
Yeah,
and you
a bit like a Rottweiler.
Yeah. What's your next project? What are you going to get up to next?
Well, well, funnily enough, it's what I've done last year.
Your last project was...
My last project was my dad's
yeah.
autobiography, because he wrote it and I had to edit it, and he's dead now, bless him, but he was in Bomber Command, and he wrote all his memoirs of what it was like. And I didn't know much of this before he died, and it was a total revelation to me. And he wasn't really used to computers and stuff. And you know how when you do a typewriter, you do that to go to the next line? Well, he kept doing return. So I had to get all of that formatted and a few bits of spelling and stuff. And yeah, I got it published last year. And it's going reasonably well. Yeah.
Nice one. So some of the stuff you read and while you were editing it, you obviously had to read through it.
Yeah.
Was there any kind of like anecdotes or stories that stood out for you that surprised you in any way?
Yeah, there was one. I'm hoping this is going to be okay for going out. He was when he was shot down. He was eventually taken to Luftstalag 3, you know, the Great Escape place,
right?
With the tunnels and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he was there for a year. Anyway, he was describing the latrines outside, and he said it was quite a hot summer at this point, and he'd got a bit of, you know, the trots. So he dashed in there, whipped down his shorts, and he realised that the cigarette tin, whatever, that his mum and dad had given him for his 20th birthday or 18th birthday or something, had fallen into all the... Oh,
no.
Anyway, they had a sort of sludge gulper thing that used to come in once a week to clear it all out.
Yeah.
And he told the man, in his sort of pidgin German, what he'd dropped. And the guy jumped in and got it for him.
Did he get it back?
Yeah, he got it. He had
amazing.
He had to clean it all up, and he had to cut the elastic out. You know how they used to open out and have a piece of elastic to hold the cigarettes in place? Obviously, he had to get rid of that. But well, I've still got it.
Yeah, I was going to say, tell me you've still got it.
Yeah, I have.
Amazing.
And it's got a dent in it from, I'd like to think it was a bullet, but I don't know. Perhaps he just banged it, but, you know, I like to think it was a bullet that didn't kill him.
Never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
That's right.
So what's it called?
What, the book?
Yeah. It's
called Of Stirlings and Stalags and An Air Gunner's Tale.
Right.
And it's by Bill Goodman. Yeah.
We'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Was your dad musical at all?
No. No, not at all. When we were kids, my sister and I used to have piano lessons, and my mum used to play piano a bit because her side of the family are very musical. And my dad used to sort of say, I think I'll go out and take the dog for a walk when we were practicing.
So you get it from your mum's side of the family?
Yeah, from my mum's side, yeah.
Oh,
they were
nice
Salvation Army people.
Excellent.
Yeah. And my great-grandfather was a band leader and a professor of music, you know. So
you got like a really deep history of music.
Actually get up to those standards.
Excellent. What's your first song this evening for us?
A Sting number, An Englishman in New York. So you've got to pretend I'm a man singing it.
I think I prefer your version.
Oh, all right.
Nice one, let's hear it.
Okay, thanks. I don't drink coffee, I take tea, my dear. I like my toast done on one side. And you can hear it in my accent when I talk. I'm an Englishman in New York. See me walking down Fifth Avenue, a walking cane here by my side. I take it everywhere I walk. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien I'm a legal alien, I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien, I'm a legal alien, I'm an Englishman in New York. If manners maketh manners, someone said, then he's a hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Oh, I'm an alien, I'm a legal alien, I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien, I'm a legal alien, I'm an Englishman in New York. Modesty, propriety can lead to notoriety. You could end up as the only one. Gentleness, sobriety are rare in this society. Night a candle's brighter than the sun. Takes more than combat gear to make a man. Takes more than license for a gun. Confront your enemies, avoid them when you can. A gentleman will walk but never run. If manners maketh manners, someone said, then he's a hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Oh, I'm an alien, I'm a legal alien, I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien, I'm a legal alien, I'm an Englishman in New York.
That was lovely, Gilly.
Thank you.
What I like about the versions you're doing is that you take these songs and you really do make them your own, you know? It's not an easy thing to do either.
For me, it's not an easy thing to do it as it was originally done.
Yeah.
So I've got to think about how I can, because I'm a picker, how I can pick it to keep the rhythm or whatever's special about it. There's some songs that I just think, I'd love to be able to do them and I haven't found a way to do them. So keep plugging away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep practicing.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever thought about writing your own stuff? Do you?
Well, I have written one recently, but and it was funny because I was playing at a sort of open mic place in Quorn in Leicestershire, because I go home over to the UK every summer, and I was playing there, and this bloke said, "Do you write your own stuff?" And I said, "No, I can't do that." And he said, "Well, you should." And I said, "No, I can't do it, I really can't." He said, "Yeah," he said, "but what happens when you're dead?" He said. And he comes to, and the devil comes, he says, "What are you going to say if the devil comes to find you?"
Yeah.
And that was the first line of a song.
Oh, really?
In my head, I thought, that's it. And I've written it, but it's not really ready for human consumption yet.
Did you know the man?
No, I never met him, but part of me thinks, well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And he won't remember me because he was absolutely blotto.
When did you first come to Gibraltar? You first came on a holiday, did
Yeah,
you?
my now husband brought me back in '94, and he said, "I don't know if you're going to like it. People either love it or hate it." And I fell in love with it.
What was it? What was it that made you fall in love with Gibraltar?
Quirkiness, the quirkiness of it. I mean, in those days, Main Street was two-way traffic.
Yeah.
Can you remember that?
Yeah.
It was amazing. And yeah, we're all squashed up on the pavement, you know, as people were trying to. Yeah, it was incredible. Just the idea of red phone boxes and policemen wearing British uniforms and people being able to speak English, because I can't speak Spanish. You know, I mean, my education in foreign languages stopped at my second year French, you know, and I can't remember much of that.
Yeah.
So I found it's like the nice bits of Britain with sunshine, you know.
Whereabouts in Britain are you from?
Well, I was born in Blackpool. Somebody's got to be born there. And basically, I lived in Lancashire, in Manchester, until I was 18. Went off to art college originally down in London, and did a few years art stuff, and then my best production was my first child, Emily. And so I left art college behind. And then I was very lucky. I had a second stab at education and did art and drama, but drama major, and then became a teacher.
Excellent.
Yeah, and that was in the Midlands, in Derbyshire.
Are your kids and your grandkids, are they still all back in the UK?
Yeah, they're all in the UK. One's a chef. He comes here quite regularly. One's a bathroom designer. And the other one is to do with marketing, so they're all getting on really well,
Yeah.
and the grandkids are getting on well, and so's the great-grandchild too.
Excellent. They'll be watching this online. You can
Yeah, I'm going to tell them.
send them a little message.
I'm going to
just,
tell them, yeah.
just give them a wave. There you go.
Hi.
What's your next song for us?
It's a really old one. It's from Porgy and Bess. It Ain't Necessarily So.
Right,
Yeah.
brilliant. Let's hear it.
Okay, thanks. Well, it ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible, it ain't necessarily so. Little David was small, but oh my. David, he was small, but oh my. He fought Goliath, who lay down and dieth. Little David, he was small, but oh my. And Jonah, he lived in a whale. Jonah, he lived in a whale. He made his home in that fish's abdomen. Jonah, he lived in a whale. But it ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible, it ain't necessarily so. Moses was found in a stream. Moses, he was found in a stream. He floated on water till that Pharaoh's daughter, she fished him, she said, from that stream. Methuselah lived 900 years. Methuselah, he lived 900 years. But who calls that living when no gallows given to no man? What's 900 years? But it ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible, it ain't necessarily so.